That's because he's dead, Sora. Hey, Sora, do you remember anything else? You remember, so why don't I? It's almost certain that the reset codes have something to do with our memory. And Monaco said that I had an avatar and I changed to how I looked in reality. So if your reset code has been activated, you must have changed somehow, right? Sorry, I can't remember anything apart from Aon Tyra's memories, except... There might be individual changes in memory from time to time, so maybe it's too early to confirm. Right. I didn't want to pressure you, it's just because I care about you. Are you ready?
Yup.
Well, let's move right away. Again, prepare yourself for the dizziness. Come this way. Ugh, I'm dizzy. Is this one of the private rooms? Welcome to the second singularity, Kokoro's private room. I think you should all remember it. Kokoro's room. This is where the second murder took place. Oh, wait, but how? This is the Monocruise. I thought Mikado blew it up. Well, I guess you could say this is backup data. Common sense doesn't apply in a virtual world full of glitches. Don't think too hard about it. Please, come this way.
There she is.
We followed Monaco to the corner of the room. Just as it was in the first singularity, there was someone inside the capsule machine, a middle-aged woman. Is this Kokoro? Yes, this is how Kokoro looked in the real world. Well, to be more accurate, should I call her Kokoro Kurokawa? Kurokawa? That is Kokoro's last name. She's married. Kokoro was married? She was that old? So, like me and Yuri, she's considered a next-generation symbol of hope and related to the 79th class of Hope's Peak. Yes, however, this is not relevant. Miss Mitsume, no. Miss Kurokawa is the mother of the ultimate exorcist, Mikako Kurokawa.
Oh my god. Mikako, your mom sucks.
And she's a member of the 79th class of Hope's Peak Academy. Wait, Mikako? Ugh, my head. Sora, what's wrong? What a nostalgic name. It must be for our dear Sora. Well, Kokoro here is only related to Mikako by blood. They haven't actually met for a long while. There were circumstances that caused this. Was Mikako disowned by her mother and raised separately? Circumstances? What kind of circumstances? I don't know the details. Mikado only gave me the information I needed to know. I'm sorry, I don't know everything. What's with your silence, Miss Sora? No, it's nothing. I was just a little surprised to hear that name. Well, alright. Let's do the same as last time.
Alright. I was gonna say her age.
Please read the information for yourself. Kokoro Kurokawa. She is a famous psychologist who has published multiple theses in the past. But after some unknown circumstances, she disappeared from the academic world and her location is unknown. In the later years of her work, she went beyond psychology into the AI field and even brain science. This was confirmed from her studies. It seems she had a daughter with somebody, but it has been lost for a long time. The current status of this child is unknown.
I wanna know how old she is.
Kokoro. As you all know, Miss Mitsume has an excellent brain. She was considered a symbol of hope for the next generation. Although she never attended Hope's Peak and she wasn't even a high school student, it wouldn't have been strange if she was accepted into Hope's Peak Academy herself. Wait a minute. Isn't something off there? Yoriko? Look at her profile. Of course it looks like she was famous in the past. How come I haven't heard about her? Huh. This is the first time I've heard the name Kokoro Kurokawa. So how could she be one of the next generation symbols of hope? Monaco, do you even know what you're saying? The next generation symbols of hope were the hope on the world. So how could her name not be known? Are you sure you aren't getting it wrong? In fact, that profile says nothing about her being a symbol of hope. No, Mikado told me this directly. He needed talented people to replace the ultimate students. But, as Yoriko said, it is a little weird.
Yeah, because she's kind of a horrible person.
Are you sure you weren't being fooled by Mikado? Well, as I said prior, I do not know everything, so maybe there are details I'm not sure of. Let's put this topic on hold. I don't think we'd get an answer by going in circles like this. You're giving up already? Use the intelligence in your artificial intelligence. It's because of my artificial intelligence that gave up so quickly, Miss Sora. My body is like a computer, so to speak. My thinking speed far exceeds the human brain's. And nothing comes to mind no matter how much I think about it. It's safe to say I have no idea. Really? Even if you're an ally, you're not much help. Reminds me of Nikkei. It really doesn't matter that much. But the more I think about it, the more strange it becomes. Why is only Kokoro's information like this? We're only at the beginning and there's already so many problems. Still, Monochrome is the reason we're getting this far. At least we're making some meaningful progress. Sora, this might be a weird time to ask, but didn't Tsuruya say all but 3 of the 79th class had died in the killing game? Wouldn't that mean you died? And that Kokoro Mitsume's, no, Kurokawa's daughter is already. Was she your friend? You were classmates after all. Are you okay, Sora? I think so. After my memories came back, I remembered all of my classmates. They were all wonderful. Nevertheless, over the past few days, we've gone through the trauma of life and death. Even now, with my memories back, I still miss my friends who died back in the tragedy. But you're not just Sora. Aon Tyra's in there too. And all the 79th class were your classmates. Even though we're all fake friends, it still hurts, Sora. All of our classmates on this island are dead. It was a waste of time. It's a waste of time. Huh? Rather than this, wouldn't it be better to gather more information soon? The whereabouts of that bastard Mikado and the others. Yeah, the others. Monochrome, do you know where the others are? The others? Are you talking about Yuki or Oroha? Mikado may have the higher authority, so I cannot locate him specifically, but the others I can find for sure. Anyway, since the coordinates are meaningless, I'm sure we will come across them soon. Oh, wait a minute, Sora. Oh, what's with that reaction? Mikako, I don't know what type of person she was, but she still died in the killing game like Tsuruya said. Stop reminding me of Tsuruya. That hurts, man. I don't deserve to mourn them. As I said, Yoriko, Aon Tyra committed many sins that can't just be washed away that easily. I just don't want to talk about it right now. Sora, what exactly did you do? I was the mastermind. The last time we talked about this, we didn't exactly get much time to talk, because of the murder and stuff. What the hell did you do that's so unforgivable? Why, can't I know? I don't want to talk about it, you just hate me for it. Sora, I told you the other day, I want to know what happened, no matter what. Remember, I'm always on your side. I want to help you, Sora. Please, tell me how you feel. If I can't do that, then we... Hey, you two fighting? This isn't exactly the right time for this. Yoriko, I trust you, but we're still not completely out of Void's plane yet. That's true. It's very painful for me. If I remember now, I'd just be stuck with the same painful memory, and I couldn't move forward. So I'll tell you as soon as we get out of here. Sora. I know that you're angry, but just this once, can we stop this? Besides, we just lost each other recently. I don't want to fight you. I feel the same. I didn't want to fight with you either, Sora. Well, you're right. Confessing your sins isn't exactly an easy task. I was being too forward. I'm sorry, Sora. No, you're not. Good, glad that you both made up. Such a touching friendship. You always manage to get along so well. Stop being nosy. You're free from Mikado now, right? And you're still poking your beak into other people's businesses. Ah, sorry. It's habit. Monochrome, there's nothing else about Kokoro, right? Yes, to tell you the truth, Kokoro is an unusual case. If you're ready to move on to the next singularity, should we go? Wait, Monochrome, how long are we going to do this for? Until we've taken care of the singularities. The previous 2 singularities were at the crime scenes, right? So should the next one be the ghost house? Oh, right. See, if the singularities are at the crime scenes, there should be 3 more left. Correct. What are we going to do after it's all over? About that, I don't know. What? I know, I keep saying this, but I don't know everything, but I don't know more than I know. All I can do is show you the profiles and give you an approximate indicator of the events. It's up to you to decide what to do after that. What? Oh well, I guess we were leaving everything to Monochrome. Until a while ago, I was calling you suspicious. I'm sorry, Monochrome. I have said this before, I am only a tool. You need not apologize to me for anything. Yoriko, let's save this for later. We have Yuki to find anyway. Let's focus on all the information Monochrome has for us. Yeah, let's do that. He just feels too dizzy every time we move. It's horrible. Lots of numbers. Mikako, Kurokawa. The sin I committed back then. but I want to say to Yoriko, was this really right? No, I shouldn't be asking that now. The investigation comes first. Koko is sleeping in the capsule without moving. Is that they're just gonna say every time? Again, prepare yourself for the dizziness. Come this way. Meow. Oh my god, look at little Satsuki's. Ugh, dizzy again. Is it just me, or is the landscape breaking even more? It's because there are lots of data to be processed. You better hurry. Now this way. Let's see who she was connected to. I'm really curious about her. Oh, there's 3 capsules. That's for Satsuka and the twins. Oh, because they're not void. So following the pattern so far, these mechanical devices are the singularities and the dead are in the places where they died? That is correct. That's weird. The only one who died in the ghost house was Satsuka, but the twins are here. So why weren't Hajime and Emma in the first 2? Because they're busy being a stuffed animal and a pile of goo. Well, that's right, but those pods are for the victims, not criminals. And to some extent, the twins here are also victims. Well, that's... Gah, pants. What? What's wrong? Are there ghosts? There's somebody behind the pillar. Is it Oroha? Yep. Where the hell am I? How do I get out? I'm just gonna... I hate you, Mikado. I hate you, Mikado. Oroha. Ah! I'm sorry, Mikado, please forgive me. Sora and Yoriko. It has been a while, Miss Nijue. Monocro. What are you doing here? How did you get here? No matter how much I try to leave, I can't escape. The answer is simple. You can't move between coordinates because you are not an administrator. I brought these 2 here myself. Well, certainly looks like you're back to normal. Then can I go home now? After all you've done, that's all you have to say. Get her. It hurts. Miss Yoriko, violence is against thee. No, I am no longer a teacher. The rules do not matter. Why are you overreacting? Sora, you should be just as mad as me. You haven't even shouted at her. She cooperated with the Mikado and helped kill Teruya. She almost got us all killed. I'm sorry. Stop it, Yoriko. We can't change what happened. There's something I want to ask her. Oh, it hurts. Oroha, I know you were on Mikado's side, but that doesn't matter anymore. I can understand why you did what you did. Even after Hajime was betrayed, you couldn't give up on the plan because you were desperate. You need to reach your heaven again. My heaven? How do you know about divine luck? Just shut up and listen. But now that you've come this far, you should know now. Mikado Tsunoji only sees you as a tool. So even now you have another choice. Join Mikado again, or you could give us a chance. What do you say? I wanted to join you, but the school rules. The school rules. It was why Nikkei died. If you betray Void, you get killed yourself. Do you really think I stuck to Mikado because I liked him? I couldn't do anything. The school rules were only added after Shinji died and the trial was over. So why? Why didn't you reveal yourself when Nikkei died? Explain that one, Oroha. That's because... Alright, calm down, Yoriko. This is not the time or the place to have this argument. We're not completely innocent either. You kind of tried to kill too. Now's not the time to feel guilty. Really? Oh, the Akane in my head yelling at me. I think that's what that was. What? Why are you shouting all of a sudden? Sora? Oh no, it's nothing. Anyway, I'll pay the price for my sins one day, but for now, we have to stop Mikado. If we just leave him, he will continue his evil plans and there will be even more victims. We can only prevent this with our own hands. Think about it. Don't worry about the rules, Oroha. Maybe it's because of the air in the virtual world, but all the rules in this world are now obsolete. Oh, you're right, the handbook. I don't like it either, but you're the last remaining void left, except for Mikado. So if you've ever felt anything for us, I hope you will help us. I get it, I'll help you. Monokura began to briefly explain all the details to Oroha very smoothly. So, do you know why the execution stopped? It's obvious. Someone forced the termination of the virtual world. And thanks to this termination, I am here to help you all. I'm scared. I was really scared. If it had been just a few seconds later, my head would have been splattered all over the wall. I hate it. I hate it. Stop being so loud. Shut up. Sora, tell her to stop screaming. It's so scary. So there you have it, Oroha. Wait, why aren't you surprised by Yoriko's appearance? Oh, come to think of it, when Sora woke up, she didn't even recognize me at all. So how did you know who I was straight away? Well, according to Nikkei, all Void members received a profile on all of us. Oroha, so that's how you knew, right? Yes. Even though you just said it. Mikado gathered talented people from all over the country and erased their memories and returned them back to their high school days. The symbols of the next generation of hope. Oroha, your reset code has been locked, right? But you haven't even changed a little. Well, actually... The Voids don't have reset codes. Huh? Well, they do, but the code doesn't do anything. What does that mean? Oh wait, you don't even know. It looks like you need a detailed explanation of the reset codes. The reset codes synchronize your data modulation in the virtual world with the real world. In other words, it does exactly what it says on the tin. It literally initially resets your manipulated data. However, unlike the rest of you, the Voids have no tampered data, so the code stays the same. No tampered data, so you're saying that, in reality, this is how Oroha looks. Didn't you ask a while ago why Emma and Hajime had no pods, correct? The pod was imported with the reset code in mind. It's what happens when victims return to their original body. When a Void returns to its initial state, there is no backup data, so it does not change. I'm so confused. In other words, you can't retrieve Void's data. You can see it that way. Can only speak technically. Programming language is hard to explain. And even if they could retrieve Void's data, nothing would have changed. Huh? The Voids were brought by Mikado to simply fill the numbers out. They were just cattle. The Voids are not part of the next generation symbols of hope, and I do not have any more information than that. So if they're not a next generation of hope and they're not ultimate students, does that mean they have no talent? I didn't go to Hope's Peak Academy either, and I'm no ultimate student. Nevertheless, we were still recognized for our talents, so what does that mean for them? Wait, doesn't it make sense that Void would be talented too? Considering the abilities we've seen Void perform so far? Punch. Well, I'm not interested in boxing, media, or art, so I'm not sure. But Emma Magarobi, I know that name for sure. Before the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history, she was famous. It's just luck. Huh? Us Voids originally did not have a talent at all. They were all faked, given to us using UTSURO's luck. That's what our talent is. It's just as Oroha said. But Yoriko was still right. They still technically have a talent. Hajime is a genius, famous amateur boxer, and Emma is a world-class child actor. Oroha here is a painter from a proud family, and Nikkei is a capable reporter. However, in order to reach that position, the power from the heavens had to be used. Wait a minute, Sora said that if UTSURO dies, then the luck he brought disappears, and the results caused by that luck will gradually disappear. Yes, we were all losing our talents. Even if they were still protected by divine luck, we are still in a good position, but... So even though our talents are gone, it was just a matter of time until someone noticed. Yes, now, you understand why I did this. You understand, right? We had to go through with this. Say what? So you want me to feel sorry for you? You still did terrible things. Yoriko, calm down. Anyway, we have our answer. We know the reason why there are no capsules for the Voids. So now we know this was a plan of Void. We were all just used by Mikado, me included. Only Mikado knows the full truth. Even with Oroha, nothing has changed. We still don't have any definitive clues. No, although she was an enemy, Oroha is still one more ally. Now that we've joined forces, we can defeat Mikado. I actually always liked Oroha, even though she's kind of an idiot. I always thought she was adorable. Even though I never hung out with her. Now what's wrong? No, it's just like Monokuro says. I wouldn't be much help. We didn't have any information before, but at least with Oroha now we know all of the Void members. Even if it's not a definitive clue, the more information we know, the better. Well, I have something I want to ask a little later, but first of all, let's investigate these 3 capsules. Ooh, I'm curious who they were connected to. Okay, we got the twins. Let's see Hibiki. Oh, she's so cute. Inside the machine was a little different, but still recognizable women sleeping quietly. Hibiki Hibiki and Kanade don't look that different. Well, they definitely look like adults compared to their young look before. Hibiki, I don't even want to face that thing next to her.
Yeah, me either.
Oroha, did Void even know that Kanade was a serial killer? I had no idea. I didn't even understand what a person like that was doing in the plane in the first place. And when we met with Mikado, the plane was already set. Only Mikado knew the criteria for the personnel. All of them are just Mikado's puppets. What did you expect? Don't blame Oroha too much. The rest of Void was just used by him. First of all, let's open the profile and read it for yourself. Hibiki Oshinokoji. Before the tragedy, she was a vocalist who was in the popular band Melody Rhythm. She's so pretty. I'm so sad. She deserved so much better. I love Hibiki. After the tragedy, she revitalized the stagnant society. She created charity performances, which all the money was donated to restoration projects. In addition to her band activities, she was also a participant in volunteer activities quite often. Because of these actions, she began to be called a next generation symbol of hope. So she's literally just like a good person. She helped charity and stuff. Queen. No, the devil. Name, Kanade Oshinokoji. Before the tragedy, she was a guitarist who was in the popular band Melody Rhythm. After the tragedy, she revitalized the stagnant society. She created charity performances, which all the money was donated to restoration projects. And she did that with her sister. She only did it because her sister did it, I'm sure. It's just the same for both of them. Huh, there's hardly a difference between them. Why is a killer who's taken at least 60 lives considered a next generation symbol of hope? There's another strange thing I noticed. With this profile alone, there doesn't seem to be any connection with the 79th class of Hope's Peak. Actually, I only have basic information about the twins. I was also amazed by Kanade's turn. What? Surely you should know everyone except Kokoro. Oh, wait, I can make a theory, but it is not pre-entered information. Mikado might not have even known about Kanade's tendencies. Could that really be possible? Didn't Miss Kanade herself say it in the third trial? This is the first time I've been caught. That must mean nobody ever caught her committing murder, which means that it was left as an unprecedented case. The police trying to solve over 60 cases. Perhaps it could have been a connection with the police.
Oh, that's the Tsurugi connection. Oh, that's hilarious. He's connected to freaking Kanade. Are you kidding me? Oh, he would hate her. He would hate her so much. Oh.
The police? The director of the Kisaragi Foundation, the 79th class student, former ultimate policeman, Tsurugi Kinjo. I'm sure he had a close relationship trying to catch Miss Kanade.
Oh, he would have hated her.
What, the ultimate policeman? Think about it. Important figures around Melody Rhythm continue to disappear. Of course, at some point, the twins must have been interrogated. Tsurugi Kinjo hates evil more than anyone else.
Oh, does he?
It's hard to think he wasn't in on the case. What about Hibiki? She's not related. No, at this time, Hibiki was also a subject, the same as Kanade. She would have been interrogated too. And because of Kanade's nature, she would have highly covered up her crimes completely. Therefore, I think Miss Hibiki would have met Kinjo at least once. Wait, isn't that a little off? I don't know who Mikado was, but how did you find the serial killer that even the police couldn't find? Divine luck. I don't know. That's? I am not too sure. I'm sorry. There's something I'm worried about too. One condition Monocro said is that the next generation symbol of hope must be related to the 79th class. How do I explain it? It just feels so odd to me, like a random selection. In fact, when I heard about the people in the plan, I did question the criteria a little. Mikado said that these people are enough. There's no alternative. There is no alternative. He said it's because they would be difficult people to capture and everybody knew them. Well, kidnapping not one, but 2 celebrities wouldn't have been easy. How the hell does he have so much nonsense intelligence? If you think about it, we really didn't know anything about Mikado. The mastermind behind the killing game, the leader of Void. Even during the killing game, we couldn't find out his true intentions. We were just doing nothing. So now that we can investigate as freely as possible, being left alone gives me a weird feeling of incongruity. Huh. And let's see you, Satsuka. Who are you connected to? Oh, look at her. She's got her eye all covered up like Kurumi. Inside the machine was a different but still recognizable woman sleeping quietly. Satsuka. She looks older than Yoriko, but I could still tell it was her. Although that was with a fake memory in a virtual world, she was trying hard to end the killing school trip. She tried to help everyone until the end. It's nice to see her face after so long, but we know all too well that she's not here. Yeah. Perhaps if Shinji and Satsuka hadn't been there, our bonds might have been broken. Even though it's all over during the killing school trip, her vacant seat and trial hurt. Satsuka Chiebukuro. At this point in time, she was working as a private investigator. An investigator? Ms. Chiebukuro was trying to capture all of the hidden remnants of despair. She made a big contribution. Because of this, she gained a lot of trust from the public and was practically called a symbol of hope. But she wasn't related to the 79th class. Well, what? Then why did Mikado capture her? She was connected to the Kisaragi Foundation and was looking for him.
So this is Kisaragi's. Okay.
Huh? What? Satsuka was a member of the Kisaragi Foundation? No, she was a private investigator who did not belong to the foundation themselves. Just before she was forced into the killing game, she was commissioned by the Kisaragi Foundation. So she accepted and tried to capture Mikado.
So she was like, not his connection. She's kind of like similar position as Teruya.
However, Mikado caught on to this and somehow managed to kidnap her. Anyway, talent-wise, she was perfect for the killing game.
Oh, maybe that they were going after her too, like when Rei and Teruya came.
Because the Kisaragi Foundation itself was founded by the 79th class. With that, the conditions were satisfied. Then Satsuka was caught looking for Void and got kidnapped. Well, for more details, you should check out the profile yourself. Satsuka Chiebukuro. She lost her right eye in an accident and won an amateur billiards tournament with the power of her transplanted eye. But soon after, she's expelled from the billiards world for cheating. Since then, detailed information is unknown. After the tragedy, she used the power of her photographic eye to become a private investigator and contributed greatly to rebuilding society and finding the remnants of despair. Okay. Come to think of it, Nikkei knew that, right? That Satsuka's eye functioned like a camera? What kind of insane surgery did she have to get a camera in her eye? She was tracking down the remnants of despair, right? The mob that was infecting the streets? Well, currently most of them have been apprehended, or just straight up disappeared. Unfortunately, I do not know the exact request that she received, or how she was caught by Mikado. An investigator capable enough to be called a symbol of hope, kidnapped and used for this horrible plan. I'm really interested in who Mikado is. Do you know Oroha? Huh? Well, even if you asked me, I don't know. Mikado only told us the information we needed to know for the plan. I told you before. It's my first time reading these profiles myself. Yeah, if I was Mikado, I wouldn't give the important information to a kid like you. What's that supposed to mean? Come to think of it, Monocro, you said that you can freely administer this world, right? Well, technically yes, but not 100%. Mikado has not given me all the permissions here. Then, is it possible to recover the notes that Satsuka left? Huh, a note?
Yeah, the one Kanade burned because she's a wench.
Oh, you mean the one that Kanade burned?
Yeah.
Yes, Kanade said something like, "What's this? The amazing note left by Satsuka." I want to know what it said. The contents might have something we can use against Mikado. Now, Monocro, can you retrieve the note? That's a great idea. I remember it, Sora. Of course I can. You're talking about the note Miss Kanade burned during the third trial, correct? Please wait a few moments.
Oh, he actually can. I thought it was going to be like, nope, I cannot do that.
Well done, Sora. If we can find the clues that Satsuka left behind, we can have a new weapon on our side.
Watch, it's something we already know. It's like, by the way, Nikkei's a void. Cool. We learned that forever ago.
When I saw Satsuka, it suddenly came to mind. Hello. What are you? There's no backup for that data. Aw, man. The recovery will be impossible. What? Why? You managed to restore the burnt Monocrew, so what's the problem? That is possible, because there was existed backup data. The data on Miss Chibukuro's note has been deleted. The only thing I can think of is Mikado himself deleted the data, or... That's ridiculous. It obviously was something important that he had to remove it. Well, there's a lot of things we don't know about Mikado. Well, I thought I could be a great help. I apologize. It's not your fault. I guess it wouldn't just be that easy. But Sora, there's nothing we can say to Monocro that will change anything. For now, we need to do whatever we can. Sora, you're being strangely calm. Unfortunately, it was just as I said. There was nothing we could do. What we've been able to gain from this is that Satsuka was commissioned by the Kisaragi Foundation. At this point, neither Monocro nor Oroha knew much at all. If we can escape this virtual world, maybe I should ask somebody in the Foundation about hers. About what kind of request she received and what information she had about Mikado. I hope I can find out. Alright. Let's talk to Oroha. Nothing to say. Okay, let's go. So, have we unlocked all the reset codes? Yes. It's just as Monaco said. The reset code initializes the restoration of tampered data. Oroha wasn't an avatar like me. She was always like this. Oh, why am I being mentioned? If that's right, Sora. Even when you've used the reset code on voids, it's safe to assume that their appearance won't change. Yuriko, I know what you're implying. That I'm a void too? Huh, well, I'm not 100% sure yet. But it would only make sense since your reset code works the same as the voids. I agree with you. As Yuriko said, my amnesia hasn't gone even after the reset code has been released. Sora, you thought Aon Tyra was dead. Maybe something got lost in the process. I'm not sure right now. Maybe Mikado was aiming to release Aon Tyra? You're in a different position to me though, since you're one of the next generation hopes like Yuri. I'm curious about something. What is it? Who exactly is Aon Tyra? Huh? Oroha, you don't know who Aon Tyra is? And you were lucky for it, Miss Oroha. That's the first time I've heard that name. Is that Sora's real name? What the hell are you talking about? The voice knew information about the Killing Game participants. That's how Nikke knew about Satsuka's eyes. So how don't you know about Sora? Well, unlike everyone else, I didn't get any information on Sora. When I asked about you, Mikado just told me you were a participant. Just a participant. Really, actually, I didn't even know her name in the first place. So I'd like to ask, who are you, Sora? Sora's real name is Aon Tyra. Like you, Voids, she was one of the children who was helped by UTSURO. Oh, yeah, Sora. Oh, wow, I guess she really didn't know. You're not lying. Why would I lie about it? My name is Aon Tyra, and I was with UTSURO in his last moments. What? You were with UTSURO when he died? Oh, shut up, I'm gonna go deaf. So you really are part of the Children of UTSURO. Children of UTSURO? Oh, it's just a name we called each other to the other children UTSURO looked after. In other words, Void. Mikado Sanoji called it Void. Originally, Nikke was the leader, and it was a small group. Instead of an organization, we didn't have another name. And as soon as Mikado joined, he said that the Children of UTSURO was over. Please give us the details. Sorry, you should already know that if you're really a member. UTSURO didn't just help one or two people. And when UTSURO died, our divine luck disappeared, and with that, our talents disappeared. As a result of that, according to Mikado, they died. That makes sense. Nobody would notice a few extra deaths when there's a tragedy taking place. Then without the power of luck, your life is at risk. So how's the rest of Void alive? Oh, well, death isn't guaranteed. But considering the sort of people UTSURO helped, you can imagine what would happen if their luck vanished. Divine luck itself doesn't cause death. It just makes people like me go back to their hell. And that could cause suicide. Is that right, Oroha? Even though they were all under the same luck, it depends on how much they needed that protection. He said that's right. Some people's lives were saved as a result. Just as much as some people's small wishes were granted, some people's lives were saved. And the degree of disappearance matches the total amount of divine luck they received. So are you saying that the Voids received a lot of protection, meaning it's disappearing more slowly? No, that's what I was trying to say. Thank you! Wait a minute, that reminds me of something. It doesn't. Oh, I missed him. Sorry. Just listen. It's not show by if I'm not simping for his ass. It doesn't matter. Anyway, this is just a virtual world, and you are Aon Tyra. It doesn't matter if you're just her avatar or not. I'm sure that you have some sort of relationship with Aon Tyra. So that means Mikado Sanoji also knows about Aon Tyra. Why did he try to conceal that information? I wonder who he is connected to. Or, oh, I just realized I'm gonna get to see older Shobai. He already looks 40, but now we're gonna see when he's actually like 40. You can't see my face right now, but it's a little embarrassing. Mikado Sanoji tried to cover up Aon Tyra? How should I know that? How don't you know that? I love Oroha, she's so dumb. Mikado was the only one in Void that knew about Aon Tyra. Mikado knew about Aon Tyra and hid it. Yeah, that's weird. Akane was like the closest to UTSURO. Shobai knew information about Void that Oroha herself didn't know? Shobai's not in Void, is he? That'd make me sad. I wonder what happened. that she's an ally rather than an enemy, but it's only because she's desperate. That's just Oroha. Oroha, well, what do you want? Don't worry about what happened. It's in the past. But why did you knock me off the Tower of Babel? Ah! Oh no, that was me. Sorry, it was somebody else. Oh my god, her lion face. I actually really like Oroha. She's so stupid. I sinned. I'm so sorry. Well, at that time, Mikado was threatening me, so I couldn't help it. Oh, that's her. Oh, well, at that time, Mikado was threatening me, so I couldn't help it, so... So you were pressured to kill by him? Yeah, I really didn't want to, honest. If I didn't, Mikado would have killed me. There's no need to tremble like that. I don't blame you, Oroha. I have no intention of looking down on you. Huh, but if you had died... Let's not think like that. In the end, you ended up helping me get my memories back. What are you talking about? It doesn't matter. I'll tell you later. But if you truly feel sorry about it, you can always make it up to me later. Well, of course. Come to think of it, I have a question for you, Oroha. Oh, what is it? You said it when you talked to Yoriko earlier, right? About UTSURO's children, each of which received help from UTSURO as a child and gained divine luck. So in many ways, it matches up with Void. So does that include you? Oh, yes. Well, in the case of me, I needed acknowledgement from the people around me. You wanted recognition? You know how my family's known for being a generation of famous artists? My mother, my father, my sister, and my brother, all of them were full of talent, and I was drawing doodles. It was only me who couldn't do anything. Painting, sculpting, designing, whatever I did, I was always mediocre at it. I couldn't fit into the first-class family. You even deceived us with your art abilities. That's why I was given divine luck. I wanted to be acknowledged by my family, by the world. That's all I wanted. After I met UTSURO, I joined the Nijue family like the others and became a great painter. So your painting ability was granted from divine luck? So that's why you joined Void, because your talent began to disappear. Yes. But of course you know. You had to commit crimes in Void, including murder. If I'm not talented, I don't deserve to be alive. Of course I know it was criminal, but you wouldn't understand. Calm down, Oroha. I'm not trying to judge you. That's pretty shallow, Oroha. Sora. Before meeting UTSURO, I was nothing. There was no other way. Huh? Me, who could only draw small, little mediocre drawings, was a big shame to my family name. So that's why they hid me from the public. Everyone knows me as the youngest daughter of the Nijue family, but the cover-up story was that I had mental illness, so I couldn't move my body. This allowed them to keep me in the house without anybody asking questions. What kind of family is this? Okay, I feel bad for her again. So she basically did it so her family would stop abusing her. Of course, my life wasn't affected that much. I had 3 meals a day, and it wasn't an uncomfortable place, but except for eating and sleeping, I was just stuck there, painting my room, drawing. And I couldn't go outside, and I had a 24-hour employee surveillance. If I tried to do something else or run away, my parents would have been contacted right away. And after that, punishment time. It sounds like what happened at the Tower of Babel a few days ago. Guess what? The Tower of Babel felt better than staying in my room, the roughness. I was so young at that time, I just wanted to die. Oh. But for a timid person like me, there's no way I could kill myself. You're imprisoned until you were able to live up to our family name. That was the rules. Do you think I improved? I tried. Didn't you say that you liked manga? Yes, I enjoyed it since I was young, but after I was imprisoned, I couldn't even touch it. My family doesn't see manga or cartoons as art. I was only allowed to watch anime when I was blessed by the heavens. I got so much love from my family after that. The heavens opened up, divine luck. Sora, you were blessed too, so you should understand. If you were able to go back to how it was before you met UTSURO, and if you could somehow stop it, you'd have made the same choice I did. Would I? I thought that Aon Tyra died with Master UTSURO. If UTSURO died, that means, like Oroha, I would try to do anything to revive the luck. Master UTSURO, are you about to die? Of course I wanted Master UTSURO to live, but me and UTSURO were criminals before people. If you die, you can't atone for your sins. But it's already happened, and UTSURO is dead. He wanted to die for what felt like a lifetime, and in the end I put him down. Some people could say that he just ran away without paying the price for everything he committed. But ethics and morality aside, I have something more important to me, Master UTSURO. If he wants you to do something, you have to do it. It brings you back to life. It brings back divine luck. To return to hell or follow UTSURO. I don't have to worry about that anymore, right? What do you think, Sora? Ugh. Sora? Yeah, what? Why, your expression turned blank when I was speaking to you. Oh, just wait a minute. I'm okay now. Okay, well then. Anyway, that's my story. I don't know much about the others' backstories. All I know is that Hajime's was health, Emma's was wealth, and Nike's was power. What about Mikado? Oh, Mikado, I didn't ask. It's bad to pry into other people's past. He would have been mad at me if I asked. I see. Anyway, Oroha, I see how desperate every void was. But I'm in the same position. Even so, you're wrong. I know I don't deserve to say this, but when this is all over, we should pay for our sins as part of the children of UTSURO. That's right, we have to fight against Mikado to prevent luck from being revived. What's wrong? Well, it's good to pay for your sins, but can't we find another way? Excuse me? I am joking, of course. Aon Tyra? Hey, me. This discomfort, what is it? Right. I think I'm gonna stop it here. I want to keep going so bad, but it's very late. I've been recording for quite a while, and I'll just do this tomorrow, I guess. I'm really enjoyed this, actually. I want to keep going. I would do this all night, except for the fact that it is, again, 2 a.m. So I need to stop because I need to go to bed. Because I have a real life outside of this. But oh my gosh, I just want to find out who all the connections are, or if there are connections. Like, who is Shobai connected to? Is he even connected to anyone, or is he just some guy? You know, it seems like not all of them are connected. I really hope someone's connected to Satsuki. That'd be really funny. I don't know who would be though. There's no one left. I'm trying to figure out who Kinji would be, because he's next. We're gonna see him next, but I guess we'll leave that for next time. I could just keep playing this forever. This is so good. I'm loving the reveals in this game so much. This is peak Danganronpa, okay? I like this honestly more than I can't believe I'm saying this. Definitely, I think I prefer this game over Trigger Happy Havoc. Like, I don't know if it beats the second one of the original series yet for me, because that one I loved at the time. I don't really care about it anymore. But I'm just trying to think of, like, in my peak enjoyment. Like, I loved the first game. It actually used to be my favorite originally, and then I thought about it, and it was not as good as the second, I realized. I think this ending is doing so much more for me right now than that was. Like, that was cool. This is just, like, the fact that it's connected to the other game we played, like, I really like that. That's a really cool, you know, integration of just everything we've done. And it's just like, because this has been my channel for so long, it's just, it feels like it's like a really good finale to this saga, and it's making me really emotional now that I think about it, because, you know, in the next few days, because I'm trying to record this before my winter break's over, I'm gonna be done with this series, and I don't know how I feel about that. Like, I'm excited to finally know everything and be able to edit Shobai without spoiling myself. My main drive to finish. But also it's gonna, like, it's bittersweet. Like, I don't really want to do fan games anymore, but I really have enjoyed this second one a lot. The ending of the first one left a bad taste in my mouth, to be honest, because it's just so tragic. And I like that it was, but at the same time it hurt. I didn't like that. It was sad. But this one might be sad too. Well, yeah, we haven't finished it. We don't know. But just my thoughts for now is this is so good at the end. Like, they are really killing these final, like, chapters. Oh my goodness. I want to keep playing all night, but I can't. So I must go to bed. All right. If you liked this video, please leave a like and a comment. I love hearing all of your thoughts and theories. And subscribe if you haven't. It really does help out me and it helps out my channel. I hope you're having a wonderful day or night wherever it is when you are watching this. I hope it's fantastic. And with all that being said, I will see you next time when we investigate more, I guess. Oh, I'm having so much fun. Later.